All right. Hello, Libra. This is a reading for all Libra placements of Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. This is a reading for the dates of November 15th through the 30th. However, I do feel like my readings are timeless. So if it happens to hit you now, then it hits you now. Okay. In the description box below, you'll see a few links, some to my other areas of social media. One is to my physical store, which is a brick and mortar that I just opened, which is why things are a little chaotic over here on this channel. But it is Lady Magdalene's Mercantile, and that is where you can purchase a reading if you wish. I do two different types, a natal chart reading and tarot reading, which is about an hour long, that talks about, where you've been and where you should go to kind of live your best life, like what's going to help you live a little more harmoniously in your body, as well as, being able to navigate what's going on around you. And then also, I do the 20-minute situational reading as well. So that being said, I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you today. All right. And I'm using the Everyday Witch Tarot, which is one of my favorite cards. So you are showing up as the Hermit. So it is possible that you need to get a little more introspective, especially now with fall coming, Libra. It looks like, almost like Spirit is calling you back and saying, hey, remember me? Remember we used to have this relationship? It makes you a lot more wiser when you do that. I noticed the little owl up there. The owl is so cute in this deck. But yeah, this is kind of Spirit calling you back, saying, hey, you've kind of lost your way a little bit. Can you come back to me? Coming in for the challenge, we have the Six of Cups. Now, some people look at this cup this card as a cup of, a card of nostalgia. What I hear with this card is maybe being a little bit more greedy with your own time, and maybe spend time doing things a little more simply. Don't overcomplicate things. When we were kids, we used to sit around and we would play more and do things that made us just genuinely happy. And it almost feels like you're not doing that enough right now, which is another reason why Spirit's calling you back, saying, hey, let's get to reconnecting again. At the root of the problem, we have the Five of Wands. I don't know if in your mind, maybe you're struggling with your spirit, and struggling with, are people really looking out for me? Is Spirit really there? Is Spirit really looking out for me? All of these people are kind of saying their own opinions and doing their own thing, and they're all kind of struggling back and forth. And the reality is, maybe that's what's going on around you. Maybe there's been some things that have happened that you've kind of lost hope in Spirit. Just know He's always there. And believe it or not, everything is working out in your best interest. So even though it may not look like it right now, I assure you it is. Into the past, we have the Death card. So yeah, looks like we've lost some things. Typically, when we have the death of something, this is Scorpio energy too. It's possible that you have something new coming in to serve you. As I look at this card, it's like one final thread there. So it might be possible that there's something like holding you back in that space. Like you're still holding on to something that happened in the past that maybe, it's not allowing you to move forward and really expand in that area. Now, whether this is business or a love partner, either or, I feel like all of the energies kind of intersect when I do a reading. So sometimes it's better just to cut ties and be done, okay? In your subconscious, you have the Ten of Wands. So it looks like you've been carrying a burden for a long time. Look, they're carrying every one of those brooms up top, and then we're also carrying the cat. So it's almost like you held a lot of the responsibility in this particular situation. Like I said, whether it is, your workspace, or if it's, a love relationship and you did all the heavy lifting, it's definitely time to move on from that. It's time for it to be over. Okay. If nothing changes, it does look like You have the Three of Cups. So there is people supporting you here in terms of, whether you believe it or not, there are people in your favor, like waiting to divinely support you. It looks like there might be three people or three spirits guides in particular. To me, that represents, maybe your three best friends, or even, like I said, the people on the other side. Maybe you're seeing, I do feel like there's fish in this card that I've never really seen before. I almost feel like there might even be symbolism for you that you're not seeing in front of you. Like they're there showing you like, hey, I'm a hummingbird, or hey, I'm an animal, or hey, I'm a bird, or whatever. And it's like they're trying to show you that they are there to support you, Libra, but you're just not seeing it. Okay. Deep down, the Eight of Wands, it does look at it. She's like sitting there, and it's just like a quick, she's almost conducting this tornado. Okay. So it's almost like saying you're in charge of your tornado and you can make it go as fast or as slow as you want. I do feel like when you're ready to like get back in the saddle in terms of like your relationship with spirit and your relationship with spirit guides, it's going to happen really fast and you're in control of it for sure. Surrounding you, we have Temperance in reverse. And I don't normally read cards in reverse, but I do feel like I need to do that now. So Temperance is all about balance, okay? So in reverse, I almost feel like this is one of those magical moments where you're deciding like, okay, do I do more of the work and get more stressed out to get the same, the same outcome? Or do I flow with my work, take, do the route that I genuinely like to take and not really worry about it and know that either way, I'm still going to get the same amount of money, or I'm still going to get the same result, or perhaps we just don't know the result and we're just going to have to kind of go with the flow with it. So I almost feel like you need to kind of step back and stop the active, aggressive work and try to work more on that slow, steady, feminine work, if you know what I mean. That's what I do in feminine energy coaching, is trying to get women back to the space of, and men too, to be honest. I've not worked with men yet. I'm close. But it's getting back to the process of like the slow vibe and knowing that you're going to be successful no matter what you do. So coming into the area of what's going on later, it does look like I'm thrown off by this little, it's a cat, but what is the cat doing? So it's the Nine of Swords, and it's almost as if you're kind of holding yourself back here. It's almost as if like you're looking at all these swords and you're like, well, all of these things went wrong the last time I did it, and all of these things went wrong when I did it. And like she's journaling, like just remember, each day is a new day, okay? We all make mistakes. We all go through the process of, learning from our mistakes, and sometimes we have to make those mistakes over and over and over again. So I do feel like, especially when it came to with that Temperance card in reverse, I feel like you're learning this process of, okay, go with the flow. And remember, every day is a new day to start again. And sometimes it's minute to minute, okay? In the end, we do have Judgment. And, the Archangel is playing her flute. And basically, it's done, okay? So whatever thread you're holding on to here in the past, the quicker you decide to get over it and move on, and not necessarily get over it, but just to move on and cut ties with it, the better off it's going to be for you. It's almost like I feel like I just felt like this huge like gate opening, and like almost like the Wizard of Oz, like where the door swings open and it's all this beautiful color, and it's like, oh my gosh, this beautiful life. Like I feel like your life right in front of you is really beautiful, but you're too busy like wallowing in the negative. So best wishes to you, Libra. Really, this is a good reading, and I do hope that you get right with spirit again. Start meditating, start writing, start burning your writings and letting go of the past. Maybe work a moon circle or two. Anyway, I look forward to chatting with you in December as well. And if you want to follow me on any of my other social media platforms, I'm at Lady Magdalene's Mercantile. Have a wonderful day, Libra. Talk to you later. Toodaloo.